Hello, Lakshmi. Welcome. It's great to have you back. And previously, I've had an interaction with you during Navratri time. So that information was so, and helped me in so many ways, I would say, to understand the essence of what we are doing. Because a lot of times we are following things and we don't have an understanding of it. So before we go into a lot of those details, I want to understand more about you and you, as much as I am aware of from a very pure corporate background, entering into an area which is totally spiritual. So tell me a little bit about your life journey and what got you into something that is to do with healing and spirituality. And you have done so many different things. We want to go into the details of various modalities that you have covered, and I want to understand how you identify which client requires which sort of healing. So there's a lot of things, a lot of questions I want to ask you, but first and foremost, I want to know about you and the purpose that is driving you towards this spiritual realm altogether.
Shivaya Guruve Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. Thank you, Simajit. It's so great to be back with you. And good that you also asked about my background, and knowing with whom you are is very important because there is a trust that gets built when you know. Like you see, you wanted to go to a particular mall. What do you do first? You first to do a little bit of research about, is this mall good for me? So
Yeah.
people get connected more when they know that this is good for me. This is what I'm looking for. Only in accident you get to know something which you never wanted to know. Otherwise, mostly our brain wants to know things ahead, right? So it's a great question, and it's a great opportunity for me to tell about the life journey of Lakshmi here. That's me. Bit of an introduction, come with a normal background, fifth kid of a teacher's family, average or a below average. Well to do from a perspective of nurturing from grandparents and with a lot of relatives. But you see, the struggle of going through for the basic needs, and the typical mantra of study only takes you to
Yeah.
where it is. Rather, hard work only will take you to the higher level. If you want to succeed, then it has to be hard work. So this is the, mantra. And now I realize that mantra is nothing but the repeatedly told words which become the belief system of you, and it gets wired with you. Even if somebody gives you something, naturally, because of this wiring system, many times I used to have this doubt of why this person is doing this to me. So I grew up with, this is a bit of context where how our childhood makes most of who we are today. To support this bit of it as we move along, I would let you know how a science of brain and a mind is very less understood by people. If people understand how our brain and mind works, especially parents, they would be extremely cautious the way they would bring up their kids. Now, back to my story. So, I grew up with that belief system of hard work and success to be done. And with what I went through, going top is my one of the prime. And I had a lot of role models, women role models, very strong role models from sports, from political areas, and from, the business world. So I grew up always that I have to achieve. I have to achieve. Put all my energy into education and become gold medalist, and went on to do my, engineering, from engineering to postgraduate. And always I had this, that fears that I had to be on my own. I have to be independent and I should not trouble my parents because they have 5 kids and at least me should support them. I don't know how I got it. Now I know, but that time I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I went into this mode. So I always go into that. I had to do more to make sure that it is whatever I want, I'll get it by myself, as well as I can give it back. So this giving back is somewhere caught up with me all along and got into the postgraduate by my own scholarship and
Wow.
started earning, saving, and I still remember the thrilling of buying the first dress for my mom with my money and giving it to her and the happiness I could see her. And I got my first corporate job. It was very, thanks to all the gurus all along. And,
Where were you working then?
Huh?
Where
So
were
I
you?
started, yeah, I started with Tata. I love Tata's principle of, two things. One is Tata talks about leadership with trust. So for me, leadership and trust are like the magnetic forces of my life. So I love Tata a lot. And the other one is Tata's that society, like giving back. So they always have this story of, they live that DNA that they run the business, 2/3 of their profits goes back to the society. So that resonated with my personal of giving to people. So I said, okay, this is the company, and I went into Tata Consultancy Engineering. But I had my lovely beloved. That time I was yet to marry. But so Tata Consultancy Engineering was in Bangalore. So I wanted to come back to Chennai to be with my beloved. So I said, okay, so I had to find another job, but I didn't want to leave, Tata.
Yeah.
So then I said, okay, let me shift my profession from civil engineering field to the software engineering and
Mhm.
become like, those days in 95s and all, you become software engineer, how it would be, right? So
Yeah.
went into a green screen in Chennai and started learning, went to abroad, got married. Always this, like it was good to
Where
go.
exactly were you for knowledge of audience? When you said you went abroad, where were you staying?
I was in Portland. I was working for Nike, the in
Wow.
Portland, Oregon. It was awesome. And I get to see all the, the brand ambassadors of Nike. It was so amazing, so amazing. And first time you go to abroad, you achieved like your life dream, right? So it was all went and came back, got married to my beloved, who I love always in my life. It
That's
was it is a amazing story of everything good, everything good. Then slowly life started its own learning aspect of it.
mhm.
So while you go through it, everything as go in life, there is also growing anxiety that comes, stress. Quite natural. And those who are watching on the corporate side, struggling or juggling, I would say, between their own personal health and the family needs and the corporate needs. And with my look of like, I wanted to go higher and higher, it was always, there is something there, but I hush it. It's like any other people who does it. No, no,
Yeah.
I'm very strong. I'm very strong. And, one of the thing I like to say here is my childhood dream was I wanted to be like, Margaret Thatcher or Martina Navratilova. Those are my role models who are
Oh,
like shining the best. So for me, anything you do, you should be the best. You should know everything. So that hunger for details, the hunger for to be the best, so that anything you give is the best of the best, and people feel that speciality of the touch what you give. How I got it, now I know, but that time I had no clue. So it was adding extra pressure, right? Everything I had to do it this way. Then took about everything, whatever I wanted to achieve in corporate, I could achieve it. Gone up to, I wanted to be working for from a service industry to on the, client side, product side. I went in as a vice president in Wipro, moved on to Thomson Reuters as vice president. All was good. And I had in this journey two lovely kids. both of them, male, and suddenly it took. All along, I was focused more on my corporate, and thanks to my beloved who could balance on the family side. But there was a time where I felt this dragging me that I'm not giving enough. And there was a halt point came that I have to take a stop on my corporate.
Mm.
And that's when something struck me that I am not having enough of abilities to manage what we need to manage on the people aspects when people go through tough times.
Mhm.
I did see
Got
it in my corporate world. So it always strikes me. I'm one of the people leader in the corporate definition. They call my leadership style as entrepreneur leadership style, where people come first, and if you take care of the people, the business and customers and stakeholders goals are achieved. And I was very successful in my strategy, in my approach on that. But when I came, that's when I wanted to take care of that difficult situation in my family, for different reasons. I will not be too much to explain about it, but one thing I could tell is it was a halt, and it was a do or die situation on my family side. And I looked at the professional support to take care of that. That's when I realized how complex human brains are, how complex human mind could be. And I couldn't get the success from the specialist who were given that my family tree is full of doctors. Thanks to all the doctors, they tried their level best. From the medical perspective, it worked. However, the mind and the brain level, which was always going through, then I realized it is not working. There is something more to be done. Along with the medicinal field, there is something else to be done. So then I started learning many modalities.
it.
Started off with
You
being a log.
started exploring other
I started,
other options.
yes,
Like,
other options. And
okay.
best way to explore other option is know by yourself, because I have that habit of, that
Learning.
grind of do best means
Uh-huh.
learn by yourself. So I went in, I started off with first, logical brain, right? Brain wants to see. My brain is like I'm a visually dominant person with kinesthetic approach. So I need to see, I need to experience. That's my dominance language, my brain language. So what I did was that I need to learn this. So looked at it. Then I landed up with my first guru, Mitesh Katria, and
Mhm.
Indu ma'am. Like I'm so grateful to them. They opened up eyes of what it is called to be learning on the soft skill therapy side or coaching side. I didn't have the differentiation that time, like what is therapy, what is coaching, but it worked for me. So I started learning. After I got few times, I was not able to get the result. So there is something more to be needed. Maybe the situation was complex. Then I got, my another guru, Imran Beg. He taught me the graphotherapy. Thanks to him, my heart felt. And it is like graphotherapy is nothing but handwriting based analysis and giving therapy to it. It was amazing. It was amazing because logically I could see that by writing people are changing. But there are few patterns which are again not there, or most of the patterns which people have deep rooted had a challenge. So I was wondering what is happening. So this is not working completely. So because I need that no excellence of getting everything. So I said, okay, no, I need to do something more. I had understanding of NLP, neuro linguistic program. Then I said,
Okay.
okay, I need to learn more. So I found again different gurus, Mehernush, my and Pawan. Both of them are my best
Mhm.
next gurus in neuro-linguistic program. I attended all the program, got specialized with advanced neuro-linguistic program, wherein we learn not just about how the basic, changes of beliefs, which I would call as work for some time, but deep root ones would take longer ones. So I learned the command of language, the power of language. And like the way Bruce Lee said once, like, watch out your words because your body is listening. So I understood the connection between why we use certain words, where did we pick up the words, what power it has, how to change the words, right? So it was good. Whatever I learned till that journey was all along something about body, something about mind, and they were like distinct. I felt that something is not there. Something is not there. Thanks to my corporate knowledge of,
Still, there was a connection missing.
yeah,
You
yeah. So
learned
still
this,
that
you learned that, but the connecting point.
they are very good by its their own, but together it
Individual.
has to come together, right? And look at it this way. I would take my own case. When I
Mhm.
got completely broken, right, and crashing with with that dream of I wanted to be the best and go as a CXO to lead a big company, and suddenly one fine morning I had to take a call of no, I have to stop. Was not an easy decision. I'm sure most of the professional ladies will do, because they do a lot of compromise to come to the
Correct.
higher state, right, to that level of vice president. And it's not easy to become a vice president and go around. I have footprint of most of the major countries. I have traveled all along. So suddenly, traveling in business class and that and this, and suddenly you become very quiet on your own is not an easy thing.
Yeah, you were in such a high position, and like you said, that extensive traveling gave you so much exposure. You were,
Absolute
yeah,
exposure.
yeah,
And that's when I realized that I have seen a lot of people suffering, because because of my entrepreneur leadership style, I have very close connect with all my teams. My teams were all over the world. You talk about Latin America, or you talk about, all parts of India, to non-English speaking countries, to English speaking countries. So I have all kinds of nationality experience working with people. Their belief system, their choice of words, everything now started making sense to me. Okay, because of this, these people are struggling. Why some team are not able to deliver what these people are able to do? Then I said, okay, this learning is not enough. When I learn, I always practice it. I practice it. Then I found, Dr. D. Martini, thanks again to Mitesh Khatri sir. He helped to get to know Dr. John D. Martin. He opened up a new world for me, wherein he talked about, value system. That was one of the foundational key which touched me to go off the past. So all along, it was little understanding of the past, but more of what to do, solution mind, right? Because business, no, business always want to get to the solution so that you move on with making business and growth. But then this root cause analysis with value system was just something very important learning I got it. Okay, now I could know how to decode human psychology, human way of doing it, and use now the different modalities to solve it. But still, it was not enough. It's not coming because see, what is the I always use. I'm a very strong quality person.
yeah.
Worked with when I was in TCS, I was fortunate to be chosen for when TCS went for CMM level 5. I was there as part of the core group. So it was like, and I had Sholingnallur that time, the quality assurance head. So it was youngest QC they call. It was very proud to have all that knowledge of metrics. So I was applying metrics here.
Oh,
What is my metrics? Any modality I learn, my corporate brain will be awake all the time.
yeah.
Is it logical? Can I touch and see? Can I feel it? What is the metrics? What is the success metric? Because my aim was learning this to apply on me, see it is working, apply on people, especially corporate people, because that's a world I know how much people go through for the
The
business
challenges,
growth.
yes.
Yeah, because it's a lot of balance they need to do. I will not call compromise. The balance of people, their personal side and the professional side is very, very. I would say it is very uh, tight. They need to walk on a tightrope every day. And if you are a female, you have lot more equally to do because of the certain belief system in which we all come through.
Yes.
So more and more I started learning what is happening, why a human, and go deep, deep, deep into what is getting stored in the mind and the brain. So my question always goes back to where is the root? Why somebody is there? It is like command, right? If you see in your app, whatever you are, like we are in Zoom, we wanted to record, we go and click the button. For a user, it is just the clicking the button. But the designer of the Zoom, the software engineer of the Zoom will know if somebody is clicking what it has to do, go to the root, where it has to store, how it has to store, how to be retrieved, when to give. You see, so much is happening at the back, right? Our
Yes.
human life is also like that. So I wanted to decode so broadly, deeply. So value system is learned. I understood some fair amount of it. Analysis is getting better.
Mhm.
But the therapy part or the solution part is not giving effective results the way I wanted it as per my metrics. My metrics, it should not repeat. If somebody came for a challenge, it's been given, analyzed, it is solution is given, and they work through it. They should be on a self-sustained model. At least for that problem, it should not come back.
Mhm.
But I saw people coming back. That's when I realized it is not like software where you
Yeah.
could find a root cause and fix
And
it.
it was solved.
It's solved. It doesn't come that way. Repeat problem doesn't come. At
There
least
are
it is.
many variations, of course. It's human life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then I realized no, 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 no. This is becoming a deeper game. So let's go into deeper.
Mhm.
So the next stop was energy. I realized that people have energy and a complex beyond the brain and the mind.
Mhm.
So done with doing analysis, understanding. In between palmistry, I learned. Okay, because anything true with seeing, right? So palmistry you can see,
Yeah.
handwriting I can see, NLP language wise I can see. But
Right.
now comes the energy. That's when I realized, oh, this is a bigger game. So let's learn it. So thanks to my guru again, Nishanchi, and he taught me so much about energy, how to read it, and trust me, I went and bought double-digit lakhs machine for me to read because I was very clear. I cannot just take it without realizing it. So I have my own small machine which would read the aura before, after, what it happens, so that I know,
You
okay,
can see the difference when they do a session with you before
yes,
the session and after. You have
after
the
this.
result. Some, like you said, for them, they want to see.
Yes. Everybody wants some proof. Some people like to feel. As I said, brain has its own
Yeah.
language. We all learned in our childhood that five senses, right? So that five senses means the dominant three are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Kinesthetic is feeling. I feel good. Some people are always feel, feel, feel. Other people are, I wanted to listen. Things are good. So they are sensory through it. Some people wanted to see,
Mhm.
or it is combination of two or all three. Very rarely all three will be combined, but there are people who master it consciously. So coming back, so I learned aura and started reading through it. The challenge came in aura reading is because you have to have intuition.
Okay.
You have to read it, right? How do you read? It is not a machine focused and do it.
Mhm.
You go. So when I was initially starting, I was not knowing. It was, to be very frank, it was like haywire. And that's when I trusted more on the machine. But I said, no, if my guru can read it, I am the energy of the same creator, then I would also read it. So I used to ask him question, why Guruji, I am not able to get it. So something wrong with me, something wrong. So then I started understanding of nadis, chakras. So people connect chakras as spirituality. It is also connected with the end of the day body. That's when I started looking into Tirumular's book, all the ancient Vedic. Then I happened to land up with my Guruji, Lakshmi ji. Wow. That's one went into Vedic, mantras. Then, then I learned planets. That's when I said, okay, planets, then, oh, is it astrology? Then I, went into my Pandit Dinesh Guruji, who taught astrology and Parashara in a very, very different scale.
So
So
you
today,
learned astrology also.
yes, I am on my way to becoming in another 1 year with all the things. I should become a Pandit. So I'm
Oh,
so looking forward to it. And I'm also doing a PhD on human psychology, mainly for, on the, uh, because my focus, I love people. So I wanted to find out what is the brain difference between rural and urban youngsters, how we could do what we could do so that the job opportunity could be, equal. Because you see, 80% of the population comes from rural,
yes.
and if you light even one kid, the entire family gets, and that entire family tree gets pulled. So it is very important for me, end of the day, using this science in a way which is materialistically also people could use it, as well as spiritually, they can go higher.
So, Lakshmi ji, observed you repeatedly saying brain. I have heard people say more of mindset, but I've been observing you say how the brain functions. You
Ah,
say more of brain. I've not heard you say mindset at any point in time.
there
Explain
is
that.
a,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, please complete your question.
No, no, please explain that.
I would put it this way, okay? First of all, thank you for highlighting me, because I thought some point I should explain this to all our audience. When I first learned also, like it was like, people when learn things, especially those who wanted to learn any of this, they first look at from results perspective. Okay, I got this, right? When you go back,
Okay.
we experience everything through body. So you have to focus on whatever you learn, where it is landing. Landing page is always on your body. Now, who is the controller of the body? It's the brain. So I give you a very simple example. Understand this way. We are like car. Okay? Car is like our body. In that, engine is our brain. Okay? Now, the mind is nothing but the fuel. You can't see the mind. You cannot see the fuel energy, how it is transferring into the car. Okay? Then there is something called soul. That is nothing but the driver who is sitting in the car. So I always tell people that you are not the car. You are not the energy of the fuel. You are the driver. If the car is making sound, what you do? It is like you are hit a problem. What you need to do as the driver? Okay, understand, but the car is running. You have to make sure that you live through that trouble and land safely into your nearest place. Park it, open it, repair it. Now you can do a patch repair because you are in a remote place. That is what we do when we are in crisis.
Yeah.
After that, what you need to do? You need to go take that to a mechanic, repair it completely. What would the mechanic do? Everything dismantle to the core where it is needed. That is why I repeatedly say brain. Brain is having the ultimate
Mhm.
power. However, those who are working with me continuously will know that after some time, once you got the awareness, you would know that your chakras who are situated in your certain part of the body. For example, your root chakra, Muladhara chakra, which is sitting just above your anus point, below your tailbone, is an energy center. So make sure that it is well taken care, because we as a human being came here from a soul energy. to experience what it is happening in this earth, which is the third plane, what we are doing, when we experience, what happens? There is a lot of unknown. When unknown is there, it is been equated with an emotion called fear. And we are told nothing is as such exist. Huh? It's been passed as a human race to us. That is why I say, as a child, what you heard. Oh, dark means some unknown entity will come and catch you. What it is? Oh, don't go. Then they named it as it is fear. Brain got it. And have you ever wondered, without even telling certain emotions, we understand with the same name? Do you know how? It is genetic. It's passed as a human race. So genetic is of three nature. Okay? Genetic of three nature. First is as a societal nature. The knowledge of the society gets passed. Second, as the generation. So they say it is proven scientifically also in your DNA. It's passed. The
Yes.
genetically passed 7 generation. Okay? 7 generation to the future, 7 generation to the past.
Past, yeah.
The third one is your own experience from the past. So all three knowledge is stored. So I always focus on what is stored in the brain. Now, brain is neural path. It has the beauty of any time create new neural path. We call that as neuroplasticity. That is why I choose handwriting practice, because in handwriting practice, if you write in certain way, you could rewrite your neural path. It is proven thing. So that is what it is. Okay. Just 1 second.
Yes.
You are hearing any noise?
No. A
No,
little
no.
bit
Okay.
of conversation in the background.
Yeah, that's why I just want to
Okay.
stop it. Let me come.
Yeah.
So we talked about brain. When we talk about brain, first we understand about the neural patterns. And can I rewrite the neural pattern? There are a couple of modalities through which we do. And I also understand what is the belief system which is stored in the mind. I'll come to the mind in a minute. Based on that, I would choose what modality would be there. And also the brain language. Remember, we spoke about the VAK, visual, auditory, kinesthetic. Based on that, also modalities. So, what I found, the more you understand different modalities, it is better to your choice of the appropriate modalities become better. It is like when you go to, it's like you are going for a very fine taste of your food, right? If you order, you are restricted with that. But if you go to a buffet choice, then you could taste different thing. Why? Because you have variety. In the variety, you will know where to choose what. So learning different modality helped me that way to address different parts of the world, their culture, their specific challenges. So the more I learnt about the mind, the brain, and connection, that is when I started appreciating mantras, our Vedic ways of doing it, our astrology, what it is telling.
Yeah.
So if you once you understand the science behind it, when people say what is science, science is anything you could prove it.
Yes.
And they say, no, this occult science is not proved. While I'm not here to debate on that, I have only 1 point for people to do. When you just 1 point for people to just wander around, right? When you have a challenge, it is not getting solved, it is repeatedly coming. You have two options. You can say, oh, I tried everything, I leave it. Or I'm very desperate for the solution because I don't want to be in this. I am going to, for a minute, trust something which may be not tested. Now I'll take back to the science road, right? When people look for logical brain, people say, right? They think that logical brain people think that there is no other people other than logical thing. Other people don't believe anything logic. No, 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 it is not like that. Now come back to science. Before it is scientifically proved, there are various steps, right? It has to be tested.
Yeah.
So that time, after hundreds of tests only it has come.
Yes.
Something you called as a concept. Then somebody else will come and say this law is not correct.
Yeah. They'll come with a different version.
Different law. But science never said the previous law was wrong. Science said it is a higher version of it.
Yes.
The same way, I would ask our audience, our viewers, to look at every modality with what is that highest, deepest desire you wanted to solve it. If you wanted to live with same problem again and again and say that, oh, I didn't see it working. I have a solution for all those people who say I didn't see it working. Start with a simple analogy with us, right? So I started with this because I started with this, oh, it's not working for me. So when I went into energy, I was telling like, oh, it's not coming to me. It's not coming to me. Then I went deeper into what is this chakras. Found that if the pineal gland is not activated enough, what does that mean in a, in a simple, without doing a lot of technical jargons? If too much of deposit is there in pineal gland, people cannot see. It cannot filter through many things. Very simple. It is like your coffee filter. If it is too deposited, can you see your tea
Yeah.
filtering happens? No, it will go slower only. So that is why mind and body are becoming important. First is body. So cleansing your body, how to do daily ways of making yourself like the filter, right? Cleansed. Cleaning your body is very important. Keeping your mind associated with that. Now come to the mind part. So when I started understanding mind, I understood that mind has conscious mind, subconscious mind. What is conscious mind? Simple thing. If you take your computer, whatever is your RAM is your conscious mind. Whatever your hard disk is your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind stores everything, like all the work you do in this in your work in a laptop or in what your desktop, it is stored in your phone also. It's stored in your hard disk, or you can extend it to cloud today, right?
Yes.
So anything you can extend it to big data lake, I would say. So our subconscious mind, I would put it as big data lake. Nobody knows. Now I will give little bit of how we do as a human. We humans are copycat. Till our last breath, we are copycat. We are
Cop-
100% copycat at young age, till about 10 plus, right? 10 to 11. Now with advanced information flowing world, it could be little lesser than 10, but it is never. Our kids till about 10 years roughly are 100% copycats. What it means, in that time, whatever you observe, you will take it, you will store it as such. Your analytical capability is lower for average 80 to 90% of the population. There are exceptions always on either side, otherwise it is that way. This is proven again, researched, everything, right? Why this copycat? So during this copycat time, what happens? Like the way you see mother to a child would say, Amma, ma, ma, and then she smiles. So the child, which was in mother's womb, has the temperature. Remember, the kinesthetic brain has stored, oh, this is my mother. This is, I'm safe. I'm safe. This safe, when I come, when my mother touch the temperature, it's kinesthetically agreed. It checks with the brain, oh yes, it is there, I'm done. Now that mother is saying something with a lip movement of ma and smile. Oh, it is good, happy. Then the chemical creates. See, this is very simple. Cut and copy of each and every words, every images associated with the emotion. And remember the genetically passed information I said knowledge. These are all stored in different parts. And then it goes in. This way we start building everything till about our age of 10 plus. After that, our logical brain will come. It will start decoding. But the beauty is, whatever you store till about 10 years only used for decoding, unfortunately. You will add few things when you study, when you get infatuated, like role models. Oh, whatever my role model said. What is happening there? Again, copycat.
Copy.
Till the end, I'm telling you, you would copy one way or other. Even 70 plus people will copy. What they copy, only their brain will know based on their belief system, based on their value system. Belief and value go hand in glove for our
Person
intuition.
is not even aware that they're copying so much.
Yes, people don't aware. So one of the important things. So now I come to me, what I do with the learning of so much. I'm very clear that there is people get mixed between therapy and coaching. Okay, people don't get the boundary differences most of the time. Based on research and general understanding, coaching is something about future, where you wanted to go. People coach you to become. Therapy is solving something. So it could be you are experiencing something or something to do with your already occurred past, right? Very few people have the combination because you cannot do coaching effectively without understanding what the human being is all about. I cannot talk to you, Seema, and tell Seema this will be good or that will be good without knowing what Seema has gone through. The words what I am telling, everybody has their own understanding. Remember the copycat, the
Yeah.
images, the emotions. My word can trigger you, which maybe for me is soothing because of this copycat differences. So I have brought in the way of I coach people with therapy approach, understanding their background, what went, what are their belief system, what do they value most, what are the genetically passed beliefs, what energy or the frequency they are operating, then clear it. It is like if you wanted to grow your garden with, let's say, tulip. Will you go and just put tulip that time? No. First, what you do? Maybe you will have rose there already. Maybe you have lily there. And now you are infatuated with the tulip. I chose carefully tulip. You remember? If
Yeah.
those viewers who are not familiar with the tulip, one of the Western-based flower, I chose very carefully. Because you are looking for something which is, you are not, but you are infatuated with that. So I will not immediately say, okay, go and in your garden, remove all the roses and lilies. Why? The human who is asking me, my client, for example, says that I want to live, also very closely associated with the rose and the lilies attached. The person is not realizing. Maybe mom has planted, maybe grandma has planted that rose. The moment, if I say that remove the rose, the brain will look for it. The mind will search for it. Then there is a void created. It would create so many other things. So you need to understand first, if someone is asking, I want this, are they realizing what would happen if you are adding something? What has to be moved out or what has to be adjusted? Because you are always at zero, like a balance sheet. Our life is always zero. Happy, sorrow, anger, depression, everything, sum of everything at any point in time you experience zero. This is a nature way of working. That is why people come with nothing, go with nothing.
Nothing.
Zin Shunya. the basic principle of Shunya, right? The more you learn, then you will get to know all of this. So coming back, when we take, we understand from where the people are coming. What is that? Going back to the tulip one, first what do? We clean up. We will understand whether roses to be kept,
Mhm.
the lilies to be kept. If not, they have to be kept, but not so much. See their segregation, there are different combination that would come. First, what do? You clean up. Then you will put what is that it is needed, and then you nurture it. Then let the client go in autopilot. When the clients are going in autopilot, they may not be as aware of everything like the way the coach or the therapy will know. So give them the simplest toolkit so that they can run on their own. Because idea is not to dependent on me, but to be living on their own in a empowered way. Because problems are going to get, I get everyday
They
challenge.
would come with a certain expectation. So when you give them a solution, there could be a resistance, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, like you said, they have a different version, different thought, the copycat system. So they understand the words that you talk about in a different way. They already
Correct.
come with a certain, thought process that, uh, and they believe that they know what their problem is, and maybe something else will be identified, which they're not ready for.
Correct.
So, in such a situation, how do you deal with that?
It's an excellent question. So I am decoding it into multiple parts. First question, when someone comes, as I told you, one of the first thing I would do is go into therapy mode to analyze what this person is coming up with. What are their value systems? What are their belief system? What are the traumas? What is that being forced on to them? So there are a lot of checklists we have. Every structured scientific checklist I have. Apply all of it. So understand exactly their language pattern, their dominance brain language. It is very easy afterwards to make sure that I speak the language of the client. That way, there is that conflict thing is taken out mostly, right? This is first thing. Now to your point, people resist. You know when people resist? Any idea you would say?
I think one is they have a fear. They have come for the solution, but there's still a fear to
Fear.
accept that solution.
Excellent. They have something to either fear, unknown, but that is triggered by who? The master brain.
Mhm.
Experienced by who? The body. If you take out this, detach, but who is listening? The soul,
Oh wow!
the
Nice.
driver.
I like how you.
Driver only asked for it. Driver only goes to the mechanic shop. No, not the car by itself will go and say, hey, I have the problem.
Yes.
Driver knows because driver only driving. I believe everybody accept to the fact that there is a brain, there is a mind, and there is a soul. Right? I don't think anybody now has that dispute in their mind, except few people. Everybody believes that there is some higher energy. Some people call God, some people call something else, some people call self. But at the end of the day, everybody knows there is one power higher than me as me. Correct? That we let's call that me is soul. So the soul wants to get out of this problem because soul knows that repeatedly it is coming. It is having the highest intelligence within you. The records only accessed through brain. Brain is accessing. Brain is like a SQL query going into the database, bringing it back. But who is asking the command? Who is saying I want this? It's a soul.
This
So
is-
soul knows this problem to be solved. But the brain and the body, the brain, what we call consciousness, has the resistance. Why? Because it is cluttered with multiple information. So what we do, we make the people to go into a different plane where the mind and the body gets quiet. It's called no mind state. It's called theta state.
Okay.
Then your responses will be very straight. It will be very, very it would be most smoothest because it doesn't have a crisscross. You are directly accessing the information. What is there as is. So most of the times, this is again an upgrade I learned. Like the way you said, I had a lot of resistance, even though I know this is what, but
Yeah.
the brain and the belief system and the fear system and that, the identity. So we as human has lot of the what we call is the emotions which stop anybody to let go and move forward. One of the thing is my self-worth,
Yeah.
my confidence, the spotlight effect, judgment, assumptions, why me? All these are major blockers, and that comes with very strong, deeply rooted belief system and genetically passed belief systems. See, there are 4 levels of belief systems. Your core, as it says core, right? History, based on your past, genetic, and soul belief. So these 4 belief systems are the strongest holds people. How do you take it out? When it is like, you take them into that anesthesia state, which is the theta state, and then access it. Like the way how the doctors would very smoothly do the operation.
Mhm.
Without otherwise, if the patient wake up and say, I'm pain, it's paining, will the doctor be able to do it?
Right. Yeah.
Same way we do it.
Mhm.
So resistance will come. And one more thing is, if you do a very good analysis and show them in their language, that is why learning about their language is very important. Learning about their belief system, their past memories are very important.
Right.
Once you do it, what I do is the beauty of giving permanent solution, so that this problem I would not call permanent. It's a little long-term solution because, as I told you, you are always in a complex environment. The 4 belief systems are very strong belief systems, and it could be easily penetrated through your energy system. Your energy can be impacted easily. And I'm sure you have a lot of experiences,
Yeah.
Seema, by your own self.
Yes. Yes.
Suddenly you feel high, suddenly you feel low after connecting with some people or some calls or some places because your energy got dissipated or it got induced higher, right? So every day we go through a lot of this kind of energy touch. We need to make sure that we allow only what we want. What we call is the consciousness of now. If you are not living in the now moment, you most of the times we humans either are with more and more, fed information. We are either living in the past or we are living in the fear of future. We are always chased between, the shame or the dark emotions of the past and the longing for the future, what I want, and the fear associated with this, the desperation associated with that. But if you are in the current moment, but it's very easy to say like this, right? We cannot be all the time unless you are equipped with it. Is possible, but you need to be equipped with that. So that is what we make the, our clients to go through. And in simple, if I summarize, Sima, it
Mhm.
is like we need to open up, do a proper analysis, cure that. Like the way in the garden, if you wanted to put the tulip, first you need to cleanse, make the ground ready for the tulip to come in.
Yes.
So I become the therapy till the garden is ready for the tulip. Remove all the dirts, mix what is needed. Once that is done, then I become a coach to plant the tulip, make it grow, nurturing technique, and then how to sustain the nurturing part. That's a simple with all the modalities. The beauty is today,
Mhm.
the modalities I use are having the proven time tested results by the communities of this of this science whatever we speak, be it handwriting, be it palmistry, be it astrology, be it Vedic mantras. And there is, lot and lot about mantras, which, when I started, I was like level zero, never ever except hearing mantras. But when I started chanting, wow, it was like something shifted. My whole voice structure changed. The way I'm able to get details got changed. So much power, and learning from the right guru is very important for mantras. And I would recommend people who are interested to connect with us so that we could guide us properly of the what is your spiritual goal for which. If you wanted to balance between your materialistic and spiritual, then it is very must for people to understand and start the journey. However simple it is, however little it is, but start. So that is I think, a long but important journey personally.
Actually,
And
I want to get into more of each modality. However, for now, what I want to understand, you have started the Satwik Soul.
yeah,
So, what is one of your main mission in this?
wonderful question. I, along with my partner, Dr. Tanmay Khan, is now together doing Sattvic Soul. Our aim is to help people to transform what they wanted to achieve. So we are only the channel. The higher up does the work. We are the channel to bring the authentic modalities that suits them to transform, to help them. And we focus mostly to starts with healthiness.
Mhm.
We start with, there are two things which people are always chasing.
Mhm.
One is health, another one is wealth. If
Yes.
both are assured, then you would see a very different person in the same people. So we focus mainly on these two areas. One is health, another one is wealth, and work with the people. It could be we work with corporate, we work with professionals, we work with household engineers, everyone, anyone who has the desire to change. And one thing which we, in this journey, we found is that people wanted to change. They wanted to become better every day.
Mhm.
However, they are bombarded with so much that they don't know what to do, which one to choose. And why some things are not working for me also, they are not realizing. That is their responsibility part. So we help people to decode all of this and give very simple methods. See, some of the methods we use, right? When I do, like for example, my Trisakthi, or even in Navaratri, you would have seen it, right?
Yes.
I do most of the very deeper work. I will not call complex. Time wise, it would be taking a lot of time for some of the people they complain, or they will say my focus is not there. So I decode it in such a way that I would take all the deeper, detailed, long time work onto me, and a very light part of it to the client. Why is it needed? It is not needed for the energy level. It is needed for what? Again, body and mind. Because body has to experience means it has to do something.
Yes.
Otherwise, we are so logically driven today that, oh, I'm not doing, how will it work? So doubt is one of the best, uh, I would say, weapon, but it also can cut. So we have to take care of that. So we give always the simple, easier elements which takes lesser time for the clients, and most of the other important work we do on it. That's the speciality of modality we have gone now into.
Oh, that's good because people, the kind of time schedule they have. And I've observed that, what you said just now, most of the things that you've been giving, people can, manage with the current time schedule. Yeah.
Correct,
Most of it you all are taking on to yourselves.
correct,
Yes,
correct.
yes.
There
That's
is one
great
question which
energy.
also people ask, Seema, I would like to This repeatedly comes.
Yes.
You are talking about Vedic, you are talking about mantra. So I'm doing it today. I'm going to the temple and I'm doing it, right? It is good. I'm very happy for, I'm actually very divinely, blessed to hear that a lot of people do that, right?
Yes.
The deeper thing, I do not say this is better or that is not better. No, 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 no. In front of Creator, in front of Divine, everybody is simple. The what is that we bring uniquely then, right? Using Vedic mantras is that one, these are very focused. The mantras what we use are very sacred, very little people use it, right? So we learned through our gurus and through our thanks to the divine, blessed to get a lot of these blessings and the mantras and yantras from our gurus and the Vedic scriptures we research that gives us the uniqueness closer to the particular client's need. Why? Because when you go to your temple, your mantras are heard through your brain, but it has to go inside. Like the way it is, right? I just put a tulip one, will it grow? No, because the ground was not ready for the tulip. So
Right.
when we
Yes.
do it, we understand, okay, yeah, this client has come for these are the belief system. So we cleanse that and then we do this. It becomes such a powerful connective mode. I'll give you one of the very recent example. So one of my clients has a health issue as well as has challenge with career and marriage.
Mm.
Deadly combination, right? All three needed for a human being. So
Yeah.
then I worked with another person, and then I gave you a very charged
Mm.
yantras customized for that person's need. And guess what? I made it, and then I charge it every day very uniquely with mantras and yantras, and then it sent to through digital only. Okay, the moment the person touched, till date, person says, "I feel so good." It is like charge, as if something is passing.
Mm.
People also get it, similar thing in the online, right? They don't get that experience. Why? It's exactly the same thing because it is made exclusively for that person with the person's genetical, historical, core, and soul level customization. That is why our methods are getting influentially impactful as well as long-term impact results.
Wow. This is interesting. So, with Lakshmi ji, I want to tell you, there's of course a lot more discussion. It's a very, very deep study. I want some more time with you so we can go into each modality, understand how each of those modalities, how do you train? So
Yeah.
that people understand. Now there's so much information online. Like you said a while ago, people don't know exactly where to go.
Hmm.
So I would like you to explain more into all that. We will take it step by step. For today, it's a lot of information to start with, and still want to know more about your journey. All right, more. We have covered a little bit about that, but a little more about your journey. How did all the corporate exposure and now this, in combination has helped you? So people who are in similar field or those who are not from corporate, they could be from any background.
Any
How,
background.
yeah, how do they benefit? Where do they begin? So
Yes.
it's nice having you, and I want to cover many more episodes like this. Let's understand better how each area. I mean, you have done so many things, so I have to, I need more time to cover exactly how those modalities work. Like you talked about Vedic mantras as well, being able to learn from the right person. A lot of people have a struggle finding the right person who would teach
Yeah.
them in the right way. So I would love to know how they can benefit from, Satwik Soul, and how do they get in touch with you. That's very important. I know you have your channel, which is the best way for people to understand what all they can get. They can join that. So we will definitely share the link, and let's connect very soon. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
This was good learning for me.
Thank you, Simaji. One point which I would like to leave, and probably in our
Yes.
next connect we will do is about now this is a year end,
Yes.
right? and New Year is coming with so much prediction. I would say in the New Year, let people have more understanding of how their energy is resonating with the universal energy,
Mm.
how their belief system, how their value systems are going to be enhanced or going to be opposed by the changes of the planets, because the coming 2026 is going to be a year of lot more, I will not call struggle, lot more effort needed. When it is effort, when it is when you have to put lot more effort, that means you have to align it properly.
Mm.
Otherwise, your effort will not be rewarded with the equivalent substantial, I would say, reward. So I don't want to use a word like, it's a tough year, this, that. First, have the awareness. So,
Mm.
what we are also doing is we are making people to aware about their planetary positions.
Mm.
Knowing your planetary position is one of the important things, like knowing your brain and your mind,
Yes.
your body related, because planets have important why certain time we have to do, why our Vedic scripture says it's very important to know. Unless you have this understanding, and these are understandings which you could get it just like that, join us, join our programs, you will get it. But the profound knowledge, once you have it, will help you. See, many a times it is not what is affecting us which is a challenge for human. We are okay if we know that something is hitting us, so that awareness is very important. Then the brain will start doing, because brain is a beautiful machine. With the mind and brain you can achieve many solutions. How did anybody could get so much innovation?
Yeah.
Are they different? No, they are not. But they used that power, the peak performance of the brain and the mind knowledge,
Mm.
and everything comes from nature. None of the invention so far has come out of nature. One way or nature, nature only gives that intelligence to us. In such case, right? In
Mm.
such case, knowing the planet is very, very important. So probably we could start with that, because once you know that your planet, because each planet is represented with certain behavioral and parts of our body.
Mm. So I think this time don't just do resolutions, know the right techniques.
And
Learn that and
know
good.
what is that you are made of,
Mm.
with your physical and mental structure
Yes.
aligned with ecosystem, because you are in the ecosystem. Oh, if you are treating only you but not realizing your entire ecosystem, your treatment may not be resonating completely.
Yes. Yes.
You may get into the repeat issue again and again. That's why people, how many times many people have got it, right? I just wanted to end this session with only one thing. I'm very, very happy and divinely, blessed to tell that the point which stopped me, my career, which I thought that time was a curse, that time I blamed myself and blamed the situation. Today I bless it, because the person I have become, the way I could solve that problem and successfully turned into a superstar out of that situation, is like phenomena, phenomena. And all the modalities, one way or other, really helped me and most of my clients, and who have a lot of testimonials to share with me every day, is the proof point for me, my metric system, that these modalities are helping. And the journey is not one day. It's like Rome is not built one day. It's like that. It's a beautiful journey, and look forward to share with our viewers. Importantly, help them to
Yes.
live a cherished life, what we are all meant to be, what is deserved to be.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to hear more. I'm sure my
Okay.
audience is also something, a lot of the questions will be answered.
Yeah, I just want to end with one thing as a quote. I love quotes,
Yeah.
right? For those who always say, no, it doesn't work, the logical brain says, no, I tried it, it didn't, right? I just wanted to say, I'm not here to fix you because you are not broken. You are just blocked.
Wow, beautiful.
And, and interestingly, your past explains you, right? What went in you, why it went, all that. But that doesn't excuse you from building your future. And we are here to build that for you. Together you could do it. All it takes is give one more try. Nature did not give up on human race. Why should we give up on nature and all the secrets what nature is waiting to give to us?
This is very beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi ji. Thank you.
Shivaya Guruve Namaha, Shri Mate Namaha. Thank you, Shimaji.
Yeah. See you
Bye.
soon.
See you.
Yes.